I think all of us have had that experience where we bought some crypto in an exuberant moment or something like that. I don't really like this word faith because it implies like, well, it's about blind faith or something. And look, nobody can predict the future, right? Certainly not us, not anybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to Clone Compounding, where our mission is to learn from others in order to achieve financial independence. Today, we'll be looking at the latest crypto views from Brian Armstrong. Brian is the CEO of Coinbase, the publicly listed crypto company. In recent months, Coinbase stock price has crashed by almost 80%. So it's a good moment to see how Brian looks at the current situation, both from a macro perspective and crypto's role in it. A few days ago, Brian did a short interview and this video focuses on my top 3 takeaways from that discussion. Alright, let's get into it. Number 3. How low can crypto prices go? Brian's view is that while crypto has been through many cycles that are similar with ups and downs in the last 10 to 12 years, but one thing that we're noticing is that cycles are getting a bit more moderated over time. That is, the lows or the crashes are not to the same extent. For instance, as of now, Bitcoin price correction is around 50-60%, not like 80 to 90% that has happened before. According to Brian, one of the key reasons for this is that there are more and more use cases that are coming up compared to the past, like DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, etc. So he expects the lows to somewhat be contained. Another reason is likely that the number of hodlers, people who are going to keep Bitcoin forever, is going up with every cycle. That is, there are more crypto believers today than there were at the last down cycle. And this trend of more and more long-term holders being added during every up and down cycle will likely continue. Number 2, is crypto still considered an inflation hedge? Well, this is a $1 trillion question. Brian says that some of his assumptions are being challenged today. He does believe Bitcoin to act as an inflation hedge, but seeing the significant drop in Bitcoin at the same time as rising inflation at historical levels has somewhat confused him. In this context, he refers to Ray Dalio's latest book and video on changing world order, which if you guys haven't checked it out, you must do that.
The Changing World Order.
It's about 40-45 minute video that's easy to consume and discusses Ray Dalio's most important insights from the last 500 years in terms of countries and their monetary systems. According to Brian, he very much buys the arguments laid out by Dalio, mainly that all countries or empires have eventually inflated their currencies to pay their debt, which had marked the ending of that empire and the rise of the new empire. But one thing Brian points out is that in his work, Ray Dalio does not address crypto and whether it can be part of the solution. Brian believes that crypto is definitely part of the solution here. If you guys have been enjoying this video so far, it'll be great if you can smash that like button and subscribe. Let's get on to my number 1 takeaway. Is Coinbase going to survive this crypto winter? On this, Brian seems quite confident and positive. He says Coinbase is actually in better situation in this cycle than any previous cycle in its 10-year history. From a balance sheet perspective and also from the number of Coinbase products that are available and adopted now. In his view, down cycles are good because it brings back focus and gets us to work more leaner and meaner on our priorities. Coinbase is shipping and growing quite some products, for instance Coinbase Wallet, which they aim to make into an extension of your virtual identity for any transactions or activities on Web3. In a way, they are aiming for Coinbase to become a super app, sort of along the lines of WeChat. Just as WeChat is the gateway to Web 2 for most Chinese users, they are looking for Coinbase to be the gateway to Web 3 for all users in crypto economy. Alright guys, that's it from me. Those were my key takeaways. Thanks so much for watching and please subscribe for more such videos.